Have you ever wondered how tequila, that fiery spirit that warms your heart and soul, is made? The journey of tequila is a fascinating tale, deeply rooted in the heart of Mexico. This tale begins with a plant, not just any plant, but the blue agave plant, a species native to Mexico's arid regions. The blue agave is no ordinary flora. It's a survivor, thriving in high altitudes and harsh climates where few other plants dare to grow. No other agave carries the unique blend of sugars necessary for the production of tequila. It's this plant's resilience and distinct characteristics that make it the sole ingredient in our beloved tequila. From the vast, sun-drenched fields of Jalisco, these plants are nurtured for close to a decade before they are ready for harvest. It's a painstaking process, but one that's necessary to create the spirit we all know and love. So it all begins with the blue agave plant, but how do we get from this plant to your favorite bottle of tequila? And it all begins with the harvesting of the blue agave plant, a process that requires a great deal of skill and patience. The blue agave is no ordinary plant. It takes between 8 to 10 long years to reach maturity, and when it does, it's not simply plucked from the ground. Each plant is harvested by hand, a labor-intensive process performed by experienced farmers known as jimadores. These jimadores have a keen eye for spotting when the plant is ripe, and a skilled hand in the art of harvesting. They use a special tool called a coadajima, a long flat-bladed tool to deftly remove the leaves and reveal the heart of the agave, or the pina. This heart, rich in sugars, is the raw material for tequila. And thus, with the careful harvesting of the blue agave, the journey from plant to bottle truly begins. Once harvested, the next stage in the production of tequila is cooking the heart of the agave, or the pina. Now, the heart of the agave is cooked in large ovens, transforming it into a sweet, syrupy substance. This is where the magic truly begins. The cooking process is not just about heat, it's a meticulous dance of temperature and time, a symphony of chemistry that brings the sugars within the agave to life. Imagine the heart of the agave, known as the piña, slowly softening, its complex carbohydrates breaking down into simple sugars. It's these sugars that will eventually become tequila. Once the piñas have been thoroughly cooked, they are then ready for extraction. But don't be fooled into thinking this is a simple squeeze of the juice. No, the extraction process is just as labor-intensive and critical as the cooking. The cooked agave is crushed traditionally by a large stone wheel known as a tahona to extract the sweet juice or aguamiel. This juice is the lifeblood of tequila, carrying the essence of the agave plant, the soil it grew in, the sun that nourished it, and the hands that harvested it. But it's not over yet. The crushed agave fibers are then thoroughly rinsed to ensure that every last drop of aguamiel is collected. This juice is then stored, ready for the next stage of the tequila making process. With the aguamiel extracted, we move on to the next stage, fermentation. Fermentation, this is where the magic really happens. The heart of tequila making lies in the process of fermentation. Once the aguamiel or honey water is obtained from the core of the agave plant, it is poured into large wooden or stainless steel vats. Here, yeast is introduced and a remarkable transformation occurs. The yeast feasts on the sugars within the aguamiel, converting them into alcohol. This process takes anywhere from 2 to 12 days, depending on the type of yeast and the conditions within the vat. But it doesn't stop there. The fermented aguamiel, now a mildly alcoholic mixture called mosto, is then distilled to increase its alcohol content and purity. Distillation is typically done in large copper or stainless steel stills. The mosto is heated until it evaporates, then cooled so it condenses back into a liquid. This liquid, known as tequila ordinario, is then distilled a second time. The second distillation refines the tequila further, removing impurities and enhancing the flavor profile. This process results in a clear, potent spirit, now boasting an alcohol content of around 40%. This is the tequila we know and love, a spirit that captures the essence of the agave plant and the skill of the distiller. Now we have a clear tequila spirit, but the process isn't over yet. The journey of tequila is far from complete, with the next steps being aging and bottling, but that's a story for another time. Tequila, like fine wine, gets better with age. The aging process is what differentiates the various types of this delightful spirit, each with its unique characteristics and flavor profiles. The first type, Blanco, also known as white or silver tequila, is unaged. It's typically bottled right after distillation or stored in stainless steel tanks for up to 2 weeks. Blanco tequila offers the purest taste, a direct reflection of the agave itself, with a strong, crisp flavor. Next, we have reposado, meaning rested. This tequila is left to age in oak barrels for anywhere between 2 months and a year. The oak barrels infuse the tequila with a golden hue and a smooth, warm flavor profile. The taste of reposado is a delightful balance between the freshness of Blanco and the complex flavors introduced by the aging process. Finally, there's añejo, or aged tequila. This type is left to mature in oak barrels for a period of 1 to 3 years. The prolonged aging process allows the tequila to develop a darker color, a richer flavor, and a velvety, smooth finish. Añejo tequila is truly a testament to the transformative power of time and patience. Aging tequila is a delicate process requiring careful monitoring of the spirit as it interacts with the oak. The barrels, often charred on the inside, contribute to the tequila's flavor, imparting notes of vanilla, caramel, and even spice. This intricate dance between tequila and oak is what creates the depth and complexity we associate with aged spirits. Once the tequila has aged to perfection, it's time for the bottling process. Each bottle is filled, capped, and labeled, often by hand, ready to be shipped to tequila lovers around the globe. And there you have it, from the blue agave plant to the bottle. That's the journey of tequila. Next time you enjoy a shot or a margarita, remember the effort that goes into making each bottle.